wanted to tell you about some activities that you can do with a toddler, activities that are related to your dog, but that do not involve the toddler and the dog interacting closely together. Because sometimes those situations don't go so well. Sometimes it's not so good for the dog to be around an active toddler. Sometimes the dog can get overexcited and start jumping on the toddler and so on. So this is something that keeps them a little separate, but a lot of fun. And that is making some DIY, do-it-yourself dog treats for your dog. And this is something your toddler can help you with, participate in. And the best thing is there's no cooking involved in this, so perfectly safe. So number one, to make a popsicle for your dog, or some people call it a pupsicle, just take something, a paper cup or a plastic cup. This is plastic, but it can be paper as well. And gather together some things that your dog really likes. It could be, if you're feeding kibble, it could be some kibble, but also some dog treats, some leftover chicken if you have that, little cubes of cheese. Get them together, and your toddler can help you decide what to put in. Put in quite a bit in here, and then fill it with water, or if you happen to have some chicken broth, you can use chicken broth. And you might take something like a bully stick or something long that you can stick in the top like a handle, although that's not essential. And then once you've done that, put it in the freezer. Make a bunch of them and you'll have them. Then when you want to use it, you just take this and set it in some warm water for a minute so it'll loosen up, and take it out and give it to your dog. Now, of course, you don't want the dog eating this on your pale gray carpet, but if you have a place where you don't mind if the floor gets a little wet, that's a great place for the dog. Second thing you can do is to take canned pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling, because that has sugar in it and things that dogs don't need, but just plain canned pumpkin, which is something that most dogs love. And you can just take it as it is and put some spoonfuls on a piece of wax paper, flatten them out a little bit, make some nice shapes with them, anything that's fun for your child. And then put that in the freezer. You can also set a dog biscuit on the top of each one of those. And that can be a really good time for your toddler. It's frozen. When you want one, take it out for the dog. Just peel off the paper and give it to your dog. Something else you can do is to use yogurt, just plain yogurt, not the sweetened kind, but take yogurt and mix that with some dog treats and freeze that either in a cup, or what you can do is take an ice cube tray like this and fill the squares with what you've made up, yogurt with some dog-related goodies in there. And again, stick a dog biscuit in the top as a handle and freeze that. And then when they're frozen, you can take them out of the ice cube tray. So those are all things that are a lot of fun for your toddler to do and fun for the dog. One other thing you can do is get a Kong. You're probably familiar with this. It has a hole here in the center, and you can put some peanut butter or cream cheese inside there. If it's peanut butter, just make very sure it's natural peanut butter, that it doesn't have any artificial sweeteners in it, because there's one called xylitol. It's spelled Xylitol, which is lethal for dogs and very dangerous. So just make really sure that there's nothing like that in the peanut butter. But once it's in there, put it in the Kong. You can either freeze it or just give it to your dog just as it is. So those are some activities that can be really fun for a young child. One caution Once the dog is eating the treat, then the toddler should not be right there. That's one thing to be very careful of, and it's a good opportunity to teach your toddler or young child not to bother the dog when he's eating. So I hope those will give you some fun. There's activities you can do any time of year with your child, and it'll help to foster a great relationship between your dog and your toddler.